So this is that newest EMERBU ARP9 or ARP9, the ARP9 ARP9 TAC, which is, again, the same as the TG ARP9 they've been selling for a while, except you've got this nice handguard on it. So I just wanted to go ahead and go over how to open it up and, like upgrade the spring in it, because that's the easiest thing to do. Now, I've shown you, I was super impressed that this one out of the box, this black one was at like 280 plus FPS, and the khaki one was at 300, which is crazy, and that's pretty awesome. So there might be some slight air loss on this one that's different than the khaki one. So I think you should always assume you're going to get at least 275 plus on average out of the box with either of these ARP9 TACs, okay? But you might want to go ahead and throw an M95 in there because you can easily do that. It can handle it just fine. So let's talk about getting it taken apart so that you can go ahead and change the spring, okay? So to take the handguard off, there's just this piece right here. So these two pieces just are going through the middle of there. You're just going to go ahead and unscrew them, take that off, okay? First off, though, before you do that, you're going to unscrew, obviously, the tip, and then this piece, the stabilizer, you're just going to pop that out by pushing something in through one of these holes. Just kind of pop it out that way, okay? This just unscrews, obviously. Super easy. Now this piece, which again is something different than what they've had in the past, this piece clicks in here. So you're going to have to pop this piece off. So if you have a tool like this, like a pry tool, go ahead, pop that off. Otherwise, you can use a flathead screwdriver to pop that piece off, because you got to pop that one off, okay? We got screws here. We got one screw through the bottom. All right, so those are easy to go ahead and just use an Allen wrench with. We've got this one right here. This one's really nice and easy. It comes off nice because this piece, locks against this straight edge here, so you're going to be able to turn that off no problem. Now this piece back here can be very hard to get off, all right? Sometimes it just wants to spin and spin, and you can't grab this side, while you're trying to unscrew that. You can grab it, but it won't do any good. So in this case, I actually started to drill this out, and then I was able to grab it with that bit and get it out of there. Now, I've had this happen with the WD PDXs, and WD and TG and Gong are basically the same. So in their shells, I've had to drill this part out before. So just be careful, do your best, try to get this out. Just know it can be a little frustrating, okay? Across the top, you've got the rail here, right? So this rail's here. And then you're going to have all these, you're going to have 3 screws, okay, that go through the rail. So you're just going to pop those out. And then in here, once you can go ahead and open up this sandwich style receiver, there's these 3 squares that go through here, and that is what these screws are going into. So just make sure you don't lose them, okay? They do pretty much stay put, but, anyway, I like to just pull them out, and then I just put them all in a little container and save them so that I don't have any issues with losing anything. So I have like little containers like this, so everything just kind of goes in here so that I do not lose anything when it comes to this blaster. All right, so we'll put everything in here, and as you can see now, we have a nice clear shot of the gearbox. One screw here, right? That's really the only screw that is holding anything down. So you can go ahead and unscrew that, and at this point, it should be able to pop out if you needed to pull everything out to get the spring, right? So we'll go ahead and pop it out. Okay, and then I'll even put like this one, when I can, I put screws back in where they belong just so they don't get lost. And then like this here, I'll probably just go ahead and grab some masking tape quick, and then kind of tape that spring in so that doesn't go flying out, so that we have that there, okay? All right, so let's look at this. We've got a little different motor. This motor has this kind of vent system on it that we did not have on the previous ones. All right, that screw is from something else. So I'm not sure. I don't even think it's from this blaster. But anyway, we got this here. And then to access your spring right here, super easy. We just go ahead, grab a flathead screwdriver, turn. All right, there you go. And the spring comes out. All right, so then you could go ahead and replace that with an M95 spring. And it'll be really interesting to see how much of an increase we see with FPS with the M95 spring. So really easy. Put this back in, because I've had people who've asked, how do you put it back in? Even though I just showed how to take it out, and it should be pretty obvious. But here you go. We'll put it back in. Push that in. Turn. Make sure it pops out flush like that. You're good to go. Okay? This is a really easy blaster to work on when it comes to upgrading the spring. Now, when you put it back into the shell, if you want your little blowback feature, don't forget that this has to just line up right there. Just sits on that. Make sure when you put it together, that's on there nice. And then that's that piece that's going to go ahead and give you that blowback. Okay? So there you go. Tiangong ARP9, ARP9 TAC from EMERBU Toys, their newest blaster. That's how you can tear it down, put a new spring in it. I would not recommend upgrading anything else in the gearbox until it breaks, because it's already been upgraded. You got an upgraded motor, you got metal gears, you got other metal components. Wait till they wear out, unless you're super comfortable with gearboxes. Go ahead and do it now. But then if you're that kind of level, I would say start with something even better, right? So comments, questions, post them below. Like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and remember to participate in those YouTube contests when they're live on my channel. Thanks.